Rais wa Marekani Donald Trump pamoja na waziri mkuu wa Israel Benjamin Netanyahu Jumatatu hii wamefanya mkutano wa pamoja na waandishi wa habari kule White House, wakitangaza mpango wa vipengele 20 uliopendekezwa na Marekani wa kumaliza vita vya Gaza na kuisihi Hamas kukubali au kukabiliana na mashambulizi zaidi ya Israel. Trump alimshukuru Netanyahu kwa kukubali mpango huo, lakini wote walionya kuwa bado haijulikani kama Hamas itaukubali, huku Netanyahu akisisitiza kuwa Israel iko tayari kumaliza kazi iwapo mpango utakataliwa. Trump alisema mpango huo unalenga kumaliza vifo na uharibifu Gaza na kuleta usalama, amani na ustawi katika eneo lote. White House ilitoa mpango huo muda mfupi kabla ya mkutano, ikisema ukikubaliwa na Israel na Hamas, mapigano yatasitishwa mara moja. Trump alitaja mashauriano na viongozi wa Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Jordan, Indonesia, Uturuki, Pakistan na Misri, akiwashukuru kwa ushauri wao. Mpango huo unajumuisha kusitisha vita, kuachiliwa kwa mateka 48 wa Kiyahudi, 20 wakiwa hai, kuvunjwa kwa uwezo wa kijeshi na kisiasa wa Hamas na kuhakikisha Gaza haiwezi tena kuwa tishio kwa Israel. Trump alisema ana matumaini Hamas itakubali, lakini akaonya ikikataa watabaki peke yao, akiahidi msaada kamili wa Marekani kwa Israel kuendelea na mashambulizi. Netanyahu aliunga mkono mpango huo akisema unalingana na malengo ya Israel, kuwarejesha mateka, kuondoa Hamas na kuhakikisha Gaza haileti tishio tena. Alisema ikiwa Hamas itakubali, hatua ya kwanza itakuwa ni kuondoka kwa awamu ndogo kwa majeshi ya Israel Gaza, ikifuatiwa na kuachiliwa kwa mateka ndani ya saa 72 na kuanzishwa kwa chombo cha kimataifa cha kuondoa silaha za Hamas. Lakini akatahadharisha, wakikataa Israel itamaliza kazi peke yake. Trump alitaka Hamas kukubali, akisema vifo zaidi ya 20,000 na kupotea kwa viongozi wake wengi huenda vimeifanya kubadilika. Pia alitaka mamlaka Palestina kufanya mageuzi yaliyowekwa kwenye mpango wake wa amani wa 2020, akisema watajilaumu wenyewe wakikosa kutekeleza. Trump alitaja uungwaji mkono wa viongozi wa Pakistan, Misri na washirika wa Ulaya, akieleza kuwa mpango huo umebuniwa kwa kushirikiana na nchi za Kiarabu na Kiislamu ili kuunda mazingira ya kudumu ya usalama wa Israel na mafanikio ya Palestina. Mpango huu unakuja wakati mashambulizi ya ardhini na angani ya Israel yanaendelea Gaza, yakiongeza mgogoro wa kibinadamu. Hatua ya Hamas na mageuzi ya mamlaka ya Palestina bado ni vizuizi vikuu, huku Netanyahu akionyesha utayari wa Israel kuchukua hatua za kijeshi iwapo mazungumzo yatavunjika.
But if accepted by Hamas, this proposal calls for the release of all remaining hostages immediately, but in no case more than 72 hours. So the hostages are coming back, and I hate even saying this from the standpoint, doesn't sound right, but it is so important to the parents. The bodies of the young men, I believe in almost all cases, the young men are coming back immediately. And it means the immediate end to the war itself, not just Gaza. It's the war itself. Under the plan, Arab and Muslim countries have committed, and in writing in many cases, but I actually would take their word for it, the people I mentioned, I'd take their word for it, to demilitarize Gaza, and that's quickly. Decommission the military capabilities of Hamas and all other terror organizations. Do that immediately. And we're relying on the countries that I named and others to deal with Hamas. And I'm hearing that Hamas wants to get this done too, and that's a good thing. And destroy all terror infrastructure, including the tunnels, weapons of production facilities. They have a lot of production facilities that we're destroying. They'll also help train local police forces in the areas that we're discussing right now, in particular in and around Gaza. Working with the new transitional authority in Gaza, all parties will agree on a timeline for Israeli forces to withdraw in phases. They'll be withdrawing in phases. No more shooting, hopefully, as progress is made toward achieving these goals. Arab and Muslim nations need to be allowed the chance to fulfill these commitments of dealing with Hamas. They have to deal with them because they were the one group that we have not dealt with. I haven't dealt with them. But the Arab countries are going to, and Muslim countries are going to be dealing with Hamas, and I believe they've already been there. I think they probably have an understanding, and they haven't maybe mentioned that, but I would imagine they do, otherwise they wouldn't have gone as far as they've gone. If they're unable to do so, then Israel would have the absolute right, and actually our full backing, the U.S. full backing. Marco's here, and a lot of our leaders are here, our great Vice President, Susie Wiles, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. They've been so involved in this process. I don't think anybody else could have done it or even come close. But it's we're right there. We're right there. First time in thousands of years, I think you can probably say, if you really look into it, if you study back, if you're a scholar, you would say thousands of years. Israel would have my full backing to finish the job of destroying the threat of Hamas. But I hope that we're going to have a deal for peace. And if Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible, they're the only one left. Everyone else has accepted it. But I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, Bibi, you'd have our full backing to do what you would have to do.
Mr. President, first I want to thank you for graciously hosting me once again in the White House. And second, I want to thank you for your friendship and for your leadership. From Jerusalem to Tehran, from the Golan Heights to Gaza, you've proven time and again what I've said many times. You are the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House. And Mr. President, you and I both know it's not even close. While you focus at home on making America great again, your leadership abroad is changing the world for the better, ending wars and advancing peace. I believe that today we're taking a critical step towards both ending the war in Gaza and setting the stage for dramatically advancing peace in the Middle East. And I think beyond the Middle East, in very important Muslim countries. I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims. It will bring back to Israel all our hostages, dismantle Hamas's military capabilities, end its political rule, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel.
Thank you very much, Bibi. So I think while we wait for these documents to be signed and get everybody in line, I think it maybe is not really appropriate to take questions. I'm meeting with, as you know, a couple of Democrats in a little while about the country, about keeping our country open. They're going to have to do some things because their ideas are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country. So we'll see how that works out. But this is something that was really historic today. This was something that was amazing. I think, Bibi, I mean, depending on you, I think while we're waiting for signatures and waiting for approvals from a lot of different countries that are involved in this, we probably shouldn't take questions? Or would you like to take a question or two from perhaps a friendly Israeli reporter, if there's such a thing?
That's a very, very tough proposition. But I would think, Mr. President, that I would go by your instinct that this is, we'll have enough time for questions. Let's settle the issue first, I think.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Pakua app ya SNS Premium kwenye Play Store kwa watumiaji wa Android na App Store kwa watumiaji wa iOS ili uweze kusikiliza maudhui ya kuvutia zikiwemo makala 360, historia, riwaya za kusisimua, makala za hamasa, podcasts za nguvu, simulizi za dini na vingine kibao. SNS Premium. Jifunze, gundua, furahia.